Word. Bye.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk.
It's over!
Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests
Their behavior against easy teams. How do you lose to the Bruins twice?
as they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games, only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
All right, we're here with the great Magic 8 Paul, the greatest magician in Oswego, so we've been told.
Hello, I'm Magic 8 Paul, given the name about 5 minutes before this. I know one trick, but we're going to see if I am a master at it. So we're going to try and teach some amateurs some magic.
I really can't wait. I mean, you've been talking up this trick for a very long time. He was actually the first person that we asked. It was kind of a shot in the dark, and I said, Paulie, do you know any magic? And he said yes. So he is the most knowledgeable magic man in Oswego, if you guys could believe it.
All right, so all the cards are different. Obviously, no two cards are the same, yada yada.
Can confirm.
Can confirm. We'll do another shuffle.
Okay.
Because you should always shuffle cards.
How long did it take you to master the art of the shuffle?
Not too long. Shuffling's cool. I do play a lot of poker. So
Ooh.
if we want to learn that next, we can play some.
Yeah, that could be the next episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so right now I'm going to do 3 decks here.
Okay.
I'm basically going to choose your card for you, but I'm not going to see it. That's a good card.
That is a
There's
good
your
card.
spades. Ace of spades. I like that.
I have a second card here. That's a 10 of diamonds.
Okay.
This is your card.
Okay, can
Okay.
I?
You can look.
okay.
I will not look.
That's good.
This is our card.
All right, and then I want you to put the card back into the middle deck wherever you please.
I'll cut it.
All right, is it in?
It's in.
All right. So it's somewhere in this deck,
Yes.
but we're gonna make it even harder. We're gonna put this ace on top.
Okay.
We're gonna put this 10 on the bottom.
Okay.
We're just gonna put that up, put that there. Oopsies, that doesn't matter. So I don't want you guys to think I'm cheating.
Oh,
Can
okay.
you master the
Okay.
shuffle? It doesn't have to be a
Oh, that's
shuffle.
good,
You can
okay.
do a cut. You could do a
You know who's really good at
ripple
shuffling
shuffle.
cards?
Who?
My mom.
Yeah.
Shout out my mom. I know you're watching. Love you. You can shuffle a great deck of cards.
Okay.
You could even do a wash.
What's a wash?
So a wash. That might not be a wash, but basically what it is you
calling
just
me wash?
no. You just put all the cards on the table and you just kind of mix them.
Oh,
all
yeah.
together.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try a different one. I'm gonna shuffle them like TCG cards when you're playing a TCG game.
That's good. That's a good shuffle.
He's skilled. He's good at shuffling.
So basically the art of the shuffle right now is to get
I can't
everything
do
mixed.
that.
Okay, that's fine.
That was bad. Yeah.
Little thing right here, it's gonna look a little odd, but I'll give you some, the premise of this. This is the only card trick that is only right half of the time. So 50% of the time it works, 50% it doesn't. I think we already saw the 50% that it doesn't, but they don't have
What do you
to.
mean?
So basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to look for your card.
Okay.
And I will do that right now.
Okay.
So,
He's gonna look for it. Can he find it?
so the art of this,
I think so.
to just kind of, mess with you a little bit, because maybe I already know it. Maybe I don't. May seem unfair, but I have a couple tries to look for your card.
Okay.
And why that is because I'm the boss. I'm the magic man. Okay. This trick is called burn 'em because we're going to be burning some cards.
It's gone.
Oh, okay.
All of those
That was
cards,
the
any
top
of
half
them.
or the bottom half?
That was the top half.
Okay.
Okay.
So basically, what it is now, your card could have been in that stack.
It might
I'm gonna have 4 guesses to guess your card out of this stack. Could be it,
Okay.
could not, but I'm pretty confident in the
You're
order.
pretty
I put it.
confident.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I like
you'll
this.
see why, because we'll keep burning them. So,
Okay.
Emily and Evan,
Okay.
I'm gonna show you the first card, which I am very confident in.
Okay.
Is this your card?
No.
Nope,
No.
not
Like, not even close.
Nope.
No.
All right, so
Not close.
put that card down right there. We're saving that. I looked at this, but it wasn't your card.
Okay.
But we'll burn this one too.
Okay.
All right.
Burn it.
Could have been your card. Didn't think it was, but
Yeah.
maybe it was. All right.
Could have been.
The 3 of spades was your card.
Nope.
No.
Not even
Nope,
close
not
again.
quite.
No.
Not close again.
Not
All
close
right.
again.
Put that one there. We'll
How many
burn that
tries
one.
did you say you had? 4?
I said, let's do. Yeah, 4's a good number.
4 is good.
Ah, and speaking of which, because this is your card, the 4 of spades.
Nope,
No.
not quite.
All right,
Not
nothing there.
quite the
We'll
4
put that 4
spades.
down.
We can give you 5.
5 might be good. All right.
Okay.
Got my last turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it only happens 50% of the time, so this
Yeah.
does not necessarily.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
The Jack of Clubs is your card.
No.
Not your card.
No.
Not quite. No.
I'm still confident I get it. So I burned that
Okay.
one, but this deck doesn't even matter. We don't need those either.
Okay.
I'm so confident that your card is still in this pile. I think that you guys were wrong.
Oh.
So are you sure that this was not your card?
Nope.
Yes.
I'm
You
sure.
were 100% positive
100%
Yeah.
positive.
that it was not your card. Burn that one again. 100% positive that the 4 of spades was not your card.
Nope.
Not my card.
Completely positive neither of these were your cards.
Yep.
Nope.
Why is that, Emily? You don't have to know the answer. I tried, right? All right, keep your fist there.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep a firm little grasp on that right there.
Okay.
Not that firm. Let go a little bit. There we go. For the first time, I want you to say. Back up a little bit. I want you to say what your card was.
It's okay to say it. It was the 8 of diamonds.
Keep it a little bit.
Oh!
And that, ladies
was
and
cool.
gentlemen,
How did
What
you
the
do
heck?
Eight of
that?
Diamonds.
Oh my god.
Impressive.
That was magical.
It was.
Wow.
So you guys want to learn how to do it?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's learn how to do it.
Sweet. Are they listening? Right.
Yeah.
This is okay. Cool. The key is to cheat. Magic is cheating. You will figure out the card once you put all these cards here. I'm no Penn and Teller. The shuffle will always see at least 6 or 7 cards right on
Okay,
top
yeah.
right there. Obviously, you already know what the third card's gonna be. You're basically just still a little bit misdirection. You're just kind of just talking with them. You're saying, you know what, yeah, that'll go there. And then at this point, you're gonna want to make sure that your card, or their card in this case, stays in the 4th position. Here's why. You'll ask them, what card is yours? You're gonna go, this is your card. Obviously, you know what the card is. You know that this is wrong. You'll put this one down. You'll flip this one right up top. Now, since this one is behind the ace, that's the card that you're gonna want, you go, all right, is this your card? They'll say no. Is this your card? No. Do that, burn this one. Is this your card? No. Yada, yada. All right. You'd put it in here, you'd ask what the card is. They'd say Jack of Diamonds, you'd hit it, it'd be the one left in your palm, and then there it is, the Jack of Diamonds.
So a magician has revealed his secrets. How does that make you feel?
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the poster boy for magicians, but you know, I did kind of mess that one up. So magic's fun if you get into it. That's the one card trick I know, and boom.
Wait, will you get up? Like I want to cause you just put boom really good. Like we could put a cloud of smoke and make him disappear. And I think that's all from Polly. I mean, he just made himself.
Yeah.
I don't know how he.
Kind of crazy. I thought you said you could.
Yeah, I guess he knew more than one trick. We'll go to a quick break.
Yeah.
Evening and welcome to Jeopardy. I am your host, Joe. Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here.
Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
So you're probably wondering why the top producer of WTOP's new hit, Oswego Liza, is currently juggling a soccer ball right now. That's just because I don't just know ball, but I can play it too. WTOP, live every other Sunday, 7 p.m. Tune in.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
And welcome back to Amateurs.
Hey.
So, Paulie is such a good magician that while we were learning that magic trick that you guys just saw, he just learned another one here in the studio. Do you want to show that?
Yeah, could you believe it? So,
impressive as always.
2 hearts doesn't really necessarily matter. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to give it a little bend.
Wait, can I bend it?
Tiny bend. Heck no.
Okay.
And so what you do is that you can make this stuff just... So you see how it's bending up there? Well, now, if you take the 2, put it in the middle,
yeah.
you can just snap.
Wait, so somebody get a zoom on this.
Right back up to the top.
How do you do that?
How did I do that? Magic, man.
It just moved up through the entire deck.
That's magic.
And he's
wow. Holy cow.
You know, I think your strongest thing is your showmanship.
I think so.
I think your showmanship's great. I think you know the trick and you know how to misdirect.
That's the thing. It's all about like misdirection. Like it's sleight of hand because it's magic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, genuinely, I was blown. If you guys couldn't tell it during that video, I was blown away.
If you believe in magic, then obviously magic is real. But then there are, people who are like, you know what, magic is dumb and it's stupid. But I thought it was cool. I always thought it was cool.
I believe in magic.
All right.
I do too.
That was just, that's so magical.
That's magic right there.
Honestly, I'm so happy that we've been able to, continue just like thriving. And it feels like we've really gone from amateurs to seasoned pros, not just when it comes to like TOP and anything broadcasting, but when it comes to just being students and being people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that makes me feel just really happy. You guys know that if it was not for Evan, I would not be a broadcasting major. I wouldn't have done half the things that I would have done, and wouldn't have done half the things, wouldn't have known half the things I'd know if Evan did not ask me to do amateurs back in freshman year. I owe a lot of my success now to Evan Shomes in this little show that a lot of you guys at home watching probably don't know or haven't seen because it's been like 2 years.
Well, thank you for being a wonderful co-host for the show and getting me back out here and coming back on air and bringing back amateurs.
We had to. This was planned from the get-go. The rap battle was a carefully calculated.
No. I'm still upset about the rap battle.
Oh,
that was partially genuine. You cheated in that rap battle.
I know.
We'll have to run.
Well, but I mean, like that's what magic is, though. Magic is cheating. Magic is.
I'd say so.
I'm not letting you get away with cheating in the rap battle because you're saying magic is the excuse.
But it was a magical rap.
I guess so.
I
don't know as if magic can be the. If you cheat on an exam, you're not going to tell David Kreider.
that you were doing magic.
I use ChatGPT magic.
But ChatGPT is not magic. I do not.
Well, there's an argument for it.
I'd say it's magic.
I mean,
ChatGPT is magic.
It's not magical.
Okay.
Sure, but it's magic. Just
spitting some wisdom tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah. Also, thank you to all the crew here tonight.
Yeah.
Those of you who have worked on this show, or probably most of you have never even seen this show.
Yeah.
Some of you weren't even around when it was around. So thank you
Yeah.
guys for helping out. Thank
Yeah.
you, Magic 8 Paul,
Magic
for
8
coming
Paul.
on tonight.
Dude, I was so hyped when I got
Showing
the
us your
call.
wisdom, your magic.
Yeah, I was actually on Amateurs before when they went to club flag football.
Yes, and this is true.
And
this is true.
Emily ended up getting around me and sacking the quarterback, and then Kenny sat on me doing push-ups.
Wait, I don't remember
you
that.
did it to yourself.
Wait,
I did do it to myself, and then
so funny.
he, oh my goodness, he just
Evan
let
was
one fly.
great at football.
It was good. It was awesome. It was fun. This show has been fun.
This show
I like it.
has been so
I say
much
this
fun.
is one of the better ideas, because you always go with people just talking at a desk. You guys are trying to do stuff. I admire that. That's cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I mean, that's kind of what we've tried to emulate when it comes to producing the show. I couldn't thank Evan more for the idea.
Also, this won't be the last time you'll be seeing us. We will be back next semester for next semester's senior week for Amateurs Senior Week Part 2.
The grand finale.
I would like to rematch you in a rap battle in that episode.
You know what? Are you serious?
Yeah, I wanna
A
get my
good, clean
fair and
rap
square
battle. No
victory.
cheating, no nothing, no funny business?
No cheat. You're the one that needs that warning.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's
let's do
on.
it. We'll see you guys then.
We'll see you guys
Amateurs
then.
out.
Then we're rap battling. It's going to be so much fun. That'll be probably my last show on TOP ever. But that's all from us. Thank you guys so much for watching the great comeback Amateurs Live, the return of the best show on WTOP.
From funky cantinas to planet-destroying weapons, the Star Wars universe has a lot to offer. But maybe some of the best parts of Star Wars are the masters of Force and Saber going head-to-head in all-out brawls. Don't go anywhere, because somewhere in a far, far galaxy, This or That starts right now. Welcome back to This or That, the most spontaneous show on WTOP.
To start off, we should start by explaining what This or That actually is. This or That is a bracket show, which means each week we will choose a niche topic and battle the best items in our new state-of-the-art decision-making process. The This or That Super Selector, which will find our winner each show.
Each item will have a seed, with each side having a 1 seed, which receives a first round bye. Then the second seed would play the 7th seed, the 6th would play the 3rd, and so on and so forth. At the end, we should end up with the ultimate item from whatever category we're testing and crown it the This or That Holy Grail.
With that out of the way, let's get right into today's contestants. So, on the first side, we have on the number 1 seed, we have the Anakin Skywalker versus Obi-Wan Kenobi fight, which we both agreed was definitely had to be a number 1 seed there. Then next on that side, we have Yoda and Darth Sidious, which is in Revenge of the Sith. We have General Grievous versus the Jedi in the 2003 Clone Wars fight for the 3rd seed. The 4th seed is the Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader fight in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that came out in 2022. Next, for the 5th seed, we have Darth Maul and Savage Opress versus Darth Sidious, which came out 2008 in the Clone Wars show, which is season 4 and episode 16. And that episode specifically came out 2013. And then for the 6th seed, we have Rey versus Kylo Ren, which is in The Force Awakens, which came out in 2015. And then lastly, for the 7th seed, we have Ahsoka versus Darth Maul, which came out in the 2008 Clone Wars, which is season 7, episode 10, in the last season, which is the last season, so it came out 2020. Do you want to take the right side, Caden?
Yeah, on the right, we have Anakin versus, we have Luke versus Darth Vader as our number 1 seed, obviously from Return of the Jedi, the infamous I Am Your Father fight. Well-deserved 1 seed.
Definitely.
Then we have Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn taking on Darth Maul in Attack of the Clones. Then we have Obi-Wan versus General Grievous in Revenge of the Sith in the 3rd seed. In the 4th seed, we have Mace Windu versus Darth Sidious. Then in the 5th, Count Dooku and Yoda. In the 6th, Obi-Wan and Anakin take on Count Dooku. And finally, in our 7th seed, it's the Luke Boba Fett fight from Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, there's a lot of really, really good fights, and I'm really excited to see which wins, but unfortunately we're going to a commercial break, so we'll see you right after that.
$50. You better watch out.
He's got to swat you like a bug.
That is not.
Welcome back to the most sporadic and vigorous show on WTOP, This or That.
Without further ado, let's hop into our first matchup. Coming up first, we have the Yoda and Darth Sidious fight, taking on Ahsoka versus Darth Maul. Two absolute amazing fights, and I'll just come out of the gate. I mean, Yoda Darth Sidious is like two of the most powerful Force users, period, going at it. And then Ahsoka Tano, a personal favorite Star Wars character, taking on Darth Maul, in my opinion, one of the best villains in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, so I guess we get to see we get to say that our favorites are going up against each other, because Darth Maul, hands down, is the best Sith, possibly the best villain in all of Star Wars. So like I'm looking at this matchup and I'm seeing two of, the GOATs on each side, Yoda being like the top dog on the Jedi, and Darth Sidious, of course, being the top dog on the Sith. And then we have Anakin's apprentice, and then Anakin's grandmaster's killer.
Yeah. the killer of Qui-Gon Jinn.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously these are like two a little unstacked, because Yoda and Darth Sidious are the leaders of their respective organizations, I guess, I don't know, sides. So honestly, if it were me, and given like the graphics of the fights, I would go for Yoda Darth Sidious.
Yeah, I hear you on that, because as much as I love the Clone Wars, and I'm sure everybody loves the Clone Wars just as much as I do, I think this fight is great and all. Two very almost, I want to say like, I don't want to say like they're like bad fighters, but they're not very fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
And I kind of like the rigorousness of it. But when you look at Yoda and Darth Sidious, that's just completely different level. You got all of the things that Darth Sidious is throwing at Yoda, Yoda doing all the flips. And can we just talk about, as soon as Yoda walks in to confront him, when the Darth Sidious's Corellian guards try to seize him, boom, he just forces them and they just fall to maybe their death, who knows.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say Yoda Darth Sidious.
All right, so it seems like this is a clear Yoda Darth Sidious on this one.
All right, next one, we got General Grievous versus the Jedi in the 2003 Clone Wars, or Rey versus Kylo Ren in the new Force Awakens movie that came out a couple years ago.
I personally liked Force Awakens. I was not like too mad at when the Force Awakens movies came out. Obviously the ones after that changed my mind a little bit. But this is still a great fight, and Rey's a good hero, I would say. But I mean, General Grievous has to be one of the coolest designed characters to watch fight.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a little bit hard to overshadow that.
No, I think so. I think Rey and Kylo Ren, I both love them in their respective fields. But when I look at General Grievous versus the Jedi fight, I'm seeing this monster of General Grievous that literally just does what he wants.
Yeah.
He is climbing all over the place. The Jedi can't even touch him, you know?
Yeah.
And like, this guy's not even a Sith. He's a general of the droid army. But yeah, I mean, I just think like the aura, you know?
Yeah,
that
I
General
agree.
Grievous has.
It is 1v1 versus 4v1, so I think it's pretty obvious. My pick, at least here, is with General Grievous.
Yeah. I think definitely if we were ranking off of cinematology, I guess, I would say definitely Rey and Kylo Ren. I love all the shots, and I love when Finn grabs the lightsaber and with no experience starts trying to fight Kylo Ren. But we're not ranking it off of that, so I'm going to say General Grievous versus the Jedi.
Which brings us to our final matchup for this side, Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan show versus Darth Maul, Savage Opress versus Darth Sidious. I mean, just the baggage behind the Obi-Wan Darth Vader fight gives it some crazy power, but I mean, the other fight is just it's a doozy too.
Yeah, no, if you ask me, I would say the Obi-Wan Kenobi Darth Vader fight in that Kenobi show, I think that might be the single best fight scene that Disney has done in the Star Wars franchise.
Wow.
I think when you're just like looking at all the aspects, when Kenobi gets buried in all the rocks but stays alive through it all, then he goes back to, you know, to finish off the job with Darth Vader, and he is just throwing all of these rocks right back at Darth Vader. But Darth Vader isn't even phased, you know?
Yeah.
I just like, I'm looking at that fight, and I'm just in awe the whole time.
Yeah, I think a big thing here is definitely the backstory adds so much to it. Obviously, it's like the whole main story of why Star Wars got started was between Obi-Wan and Anakin. So I think it definitely carries a lot, and it definitely has my vote in this matchup.
Yeah, I think I am going to have to agree. But I do want to say in the other matchup, I do want to point out how much I love the aspect of the Clone Wars and that this follows is these fights that we would never see in like any of the movies or really anything Disney might even create. But, you know, because like we've never really seen Savage Opress outside of Clone Wars, and I just love him as a character, you know?
Yeah.
And this is the scene where he dies, of course, by Darth Sidious. And it's just a really an entertaining fight. But definitely got to go with the Kenobi Darth Vader fight.
Yeah.
All right. So for the next fight, we have Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn up against Darth Maul. And then that is versing Luke Skywalker and Boba Fett.
All right. All credit to the Luke Skywalker fight here. It's a pretty good fight, and it's early in the series. Boba Fett, awesome character, just in whole, and the fact that he's the one that they made all the clones off of. It's so cool. So it does lead a lot, but like on the other hand, Duel of the Fates.
Yeah. No, I mean I hear you. I feel like this is just like, and with the 2 and 7 matchups. In the other categories, I feel like it was definitely a little more even. But with the Star Wars bracket, like we're gonna get unfair matchups, you know.
Yeah.
The Luke and Boba Fett fight, it is great. I love Boba Fett. He might be one of my favorite assassin in the whole franchise. But Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, just as a pair, like they're just like they're just a big fan favorite, you know. And as I said before, Darth Maul being my favorite Sith, it's kind of hard not to pick this one.
Yeah, I think this one's kind of obvious. We're both saying the Obi-Wan Qui-Gon fight.
Yes. All right. Well, let's move on to the next one, which is the Obi-Wan General Grievous fight versus the Obi-Wan and Anakin versus Count Dooku fight. And you know, this is a really hard matchup. Two fights that are both in the third movie, which is my personal favorite. Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of things when I look at them. I see in the Obi-Wan Grievous fight, I love all the sound effects and all the things that's going on. You know, when Grievous tries to escape after Obi-Wan's chopped off a couple of his hands, and like Obi-Wan just going after him, and they're on this chase down this giant, I don't even know what. They're about to go in this pit, though, you know? But it's just a very high, tense situation, you know?
Yeah. No, absolutely. And Anakin, Obi-Wan, obviously, that's the iconic duo, you know, taking on Count Dooku, who is one of the scariest Sith, in my opinion. Even if he doesn't give the look, he is definitely intimidating and a great Force wielder. But I would say that because of the iconic hello there, that just pushes the Obi-Wan General Grievous over the edge for me, and I definitely would choose them in this matchup.
Yeah, no, I definitely hear you out on that, because I feel the Anakin and Obi-Wan and Count Dooku fight, I love to see when they lost to Count Dooku and then them now fighting him. But it really doesn't compare to the Obi-Wan General Grievous fight.
Yeah.
All right, so
and being in the same movie, it's kind of hard.
All right, so we're picking that one.
Yep. Moving on to the last matchup of the first round, we have Mace Windu versus Darth Sidious, taking on Count Dooku versus Yoda. Another amazing fight. Mace Windu versus Darth Sidious. This is really when Palpatine reveals that he's Darth Sidious and that he's the whole master on this planet. And the gall of Mace Windu to try and stand up to him and take him down, you know.
Yeah. I mean, when I was watching, you know, all of the movies growing up, and, you know, I'm a 2000s kid, so I watched all the prequels before the sequels. When I was looking at Mace Windu, he was never my favorite. You know, he was always giving, he was always never, like, believing in Anakin stuff. And he just seemed to have just a bad attitude. But then when I see this fight, it really shows me how really cool Mace Windu is, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. With all of that being said, I think that the Yoda and Count Dooku fight, not only does it last longer, there's more going on. Like, the Mace Windu Darth Sidious fight, it's an important fight for the series, but it's not as generally impressive to me as the Count Dooku Yoda.
Yeah, I like how, on the other hand, Mace Windu, Darth Sidious, I love how they both are winning and they both lose, like, are losing at one point. I love, like, how it goes back and forth. But, like, Count Dooku Yoda, as you mentioned before, you got the baggage, you know? Count Dooku used to be Yoda's old apprentice. But, yeah, I mean, it's just a cooler fight, if you ask me.
Yeah, all right, so I think it's settled then. Count Dooku Yoda will be our final pick for the first round. When we come back after this commercial break, we'll be back with the second and third round. Don't go anywhere, because more This or That is coming up right now.
Do you like reading? Do you like reading books? Do you like looking at books? Do you like having a collection of books in your living room?
Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, spoiler alert! Okay, or why did I write this in yellow? I told you! Welcome back Between the Pages!
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon. Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here.
Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stunned still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Welcome back, everybody. Season 2 of Oswego Lazo.
Welcome back to the most preposterous and rib-tickling show on WTOP. This is This or That.
All right, well, let's get right into the second round. So we have the first seed, which is the Anakin Obi-Wan fight in number 3 versus Yoda and Darth Sidious, which is also in number 3.
This movie honestly is just stacked when it comes to like everything. Honestly, the best movie of the Star Wars franchise.
Same.
Hard to argue with that, but the Anakin Obi-Wan fight is such, like, it just holds a special place in my heart. Like, at one point, I had every word to that scene memorized. We would always reenact it with my brother and my friends, so, like, that one's definitely a big one for me.
No, I have to agree with you. I feel like the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight, it seems like the whole movie's just centered around it, and it's just a long fight too, you know? It's a whole 9-minute fight, so there's a lot of monologue. A lot of dialogue. There's a lot of fights. There's a lot of sound effects, a lot of background. And there's like, you're just throwing in all of these aspects. They change location.
Yeah.
And like, it's just hard for me not to imagine this as the winner of this matchup.
Yeah, absolutely. Yoda, Darth Sidious, amazing fight. Definitely some of the coolest Force usage we see throughout this series. But, I mean, it's Anakin Obi-Wan.
Yeah, you
it
just
has
have
to
go
go
with
through.
it.
All right.
All right, the next one, we got General Grievous versus the Jedi versus Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. All right, well, personally, I'm not going to lie. As much as I was saying how much I love the Obi-Wan Darth Vader fight, General Grievous versus the Jedi just holds a special place in my heart. And this might just be the nostalgia talking, but I love the dramatic like effect on the Clone Wars fight, and it just feels better.
Yeah, the 2D definitely adds something to it, and it's a far more impressive fight. As cool as the Obi-Wan fight is, the way that they animate Grievous it's aura.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's just simple as that. So General Grievous versus the Jedi moves on.
On the other side now we have Luke Vader, the infamous I'm Your Father fight, taking on Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul in the Duel of the Fates. Whew! Matchup of the bracket, if I can say
agree.
so.
I concur.
These might be two of the most important fights in Star Wars, period. I mean, the Luke Vader fight, it's central to the series. It's everything that is Star Wars.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, Luke Vader, that, and like, because like the sequels came first, obviously, it really sets the tone of this is what Star Wars is, you know? Like, and now that like it's not George Lucas anymore, I find myself going back to those sequels. Because, you know, this was the vision.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
this is what Star Wars, this is the epitome of Star Wars. But then you go look at this other fight, the Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul. It's just...
It's too good. It can't be beaten.
It's just amazing, you know?
Yeah.
And just like growing like this connection to Qui-Gon Jinn and, you know, knowing him as this amazing Jedi.
Right.
He just dies, you know?
Yeah.
Just out of the blue. And maybe if the scenario was different, if Obi-Wan was next to them the whole time, I don't know what would have happened, but...
Yeah, it's definitely like... it's an amazing just piece of cinema. And I think that it has to win. I can't not see it going through.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Which brings us to Obi-Wan, General Grievous taking on Yoda and Count Dooku. Honestly, here I'm leaning towards Yoda because we do have a lot of Grievous and a lot of Obi-Wan happening in this bracket right now.
You know what? Now that I look at it, I think you have a really good point. But other than that, I think this one actually does have a good chance to move on. Because just as I mentioned before, the baggage being that Count Dooku is Yoda's old apprentice, we get to see really them meeting up again and really going at it. You know, Yoda being the most entertaining fighter maybe in the whole series, doing flips all around. He absorbed Count Dooku's lightning, Force lightning, which we haven't seen someone do in the movies until that point.
Right.
So just seeing that happen is just mind-boggling.
Right. Which brings us to the semifinal matchup, which will be Anakin Obi-Wan versus General Grievous and the Jedi. I mean, Anakin Obi-Wan is like, this one had a good run, but you can't beat that.
No, I agree. I mean, I don't think there's much to say about that. So, Anakin Obi-Wan. All right, last one. Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul, and then Yoda versus Count Dooku.
I mean, again, I'm going to go with the same thing. These fights are too iconic to not be the finale, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Duel of the Fates.
Yeah,
you know?
Duel of the Fates. Which brings us to the finale then. It is going to be the Obi-Wan versus Anakin betrayal fight versus Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan taking on Darth Maul in the Duel of the Fates. Two of the most iconic fights in Star Wars history. I'll let you start with which one you think deserves to win.
All right, well, if you ask me personally, I'm looking at two of my favorite movies two of my favorite fights of all time. Anakin and Obi-Wan is just a long fight, though. You know, you just get more out of it. And it really sets the scene for all of Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard not to see that moving on, you know, being the best.
Right. Well, I can't argue with the importance, maybe. I will definitely say that, to me, I get chills every time Duel of the Fates comes on. That song is so perfect. It fits the scene so perfectly. The way the fight is choreographed. To add on to it, on top of it, the Lego Star Wars video game version of this level is maybe why. Yeah, it's like a cherished childhood memory, like a huge part of why I'm into video games. Like this fight means so much to me personally that like I feel like the Anakin Obi-Wan one also has, but it's just less in the pace.
You know what? I'm going to reject my earlier statement about the importance. Because I think, on the other hand, the Obi-Wan Qui-Gon fight, that is one of the most, if not the most important fight in Star Wars. And I'm going to tell you why.
All right, break it down. Break it down.
All right. If Qui-Gon never died, then Qui-Gon would have taught Anakin Skywalker, correct? Qui-Gon is a stronger, more disciplined, and just a better overall Jedi than Obi-Wan. And I don't want to hear any of this Obi-Wan glaze.
You know that Qui-Gon is my goat. I agree with you, but I'm just saying it's a little preposterous to say that the way things were going, Anakin wouldn't have turned to the dark side. I mean, his mom was sold into slavery, you know, he had a rough childhood, and then he's told he's the chosen one.
I'm going to tell you why. Just specifically based off of the fact that Obi-Wan got so close, so connected to Anakin Skywalker. He didn't view him as a Padawan. He didn't want to do what was best for him, you know?
Yeah.
He saw him as a brother, you know? He wanted him to have a good life above all. Qui-Gon would have taught him how to be down the right path, and honestly, he would have taken down the Sith, like, before joining them, you know?
Okay.
Saved all that time. But I guess if Qui-Gon didn't die, then what's the point of having the sequels, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, despite your theorizing, I still am on the side of Qui-Gon, Darth Maul, and Obi-Wan. You can't do it?
All right, let me think about it a little more. Because on one hand, it's one of the best fights I've ever seen, if not the best fight I've ever seen. And I love all the sound effects. I just feel like the pacing, I really like the pacing of the Obi-Wan Qui-Gon fight though, you know?
Okay, listen, here's what I'll say. Considering Obi-Wan is in both these fights, and because the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight has more dialogue and is more directly correlated to the story, I think it is the more important fight, and I'm willing to concede to you.
You know what? That's all I was waiting for.
There you have it, folks. This week's winner is the Anakin and Obi-Wan betrayal fight. I loved you like a brother. Remember, we will be back in 2 weeks with a new bracket, but unfortunately, I must end the show, and so therefore, I need you to watch next week. Remember, we'll be back with a new topic, and enjoy your week. Stay classy, SUNY Oswego.
WTOP presents.
Wasted away again in Margaritaville. Welcome into the episode 3 of season 25 of Laker Connections. I'm Kenny Gerard. This is Lucas McGarry. And
Hello,
Lucas,
hello.
We're on the verge of spring break.
Oh, yeah.
We're finally here.
Ready for it.
We're getting old. How you doing?
We are. I'm excited for spring break.
Yeah, me too.
I am super
Clearly.
tired, and I want to go relax on a beach.
I'm sure we'll talk about spring break a little bit later. But
I'm also sure of that as well.
I guess we get right into it, huh?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Might as well. Well, Lucas, all good things must come to an end, and that is where we currently stand with hockey. The men's ice hockey team season ended in Geneva, New York this past Saturday. I can't even read that. It's time for our last ever Wheelhouse